We are continuing our 3-week series. This is the middle week of Fount of Every Blessing, focusing on our generosity, focusing on God's gifts to us and our response to God. It's the time of year when we are receiving estimates of giving, and so I ask you to go online and record your estimate for your giving of July through June 24-25 to help us prepare our budget, which we will vote on in June and then will be in effect for July of 24 through June of 25. To invite us into that discipleship, I would now like to ask Matt Murphy to come forward and speak a word to us about how your money is spent here and how it makes a difference in people's lives.
Good morning. So I'm pleased to chat with you a little bit this morning about our generosity campaign and these hope-filled words that we sang together earlier today. Bind my wandering heart to thee. The hymn says, draw me nearer, God, as Ann walked us through. Chain my heart to you because I'm prone to wander. Take my heart as yours and put it to work for you. I think at one time or another we've all felt that way, right? We've all felt like we can wander. I certainly have, and for me, an elixir to that is action that through grace God invites me to take in. In my years on this planet, I've come to believe that frequently belief follows action, and that might sound counterintuitive because we're raised with people telling us, if you believe you can, right? If you believe anything enough, anything is possible. And that kind of encouragement certainly is helpful in the right set of circumstances. But consider the idea that maybe beliefs follow actions, that some of the beliefs that we hold most deeply follow the actions that we've taken. Maybe once upon a time you planted a tomato plant in the backyard, and maybe that tomato plant became a small garden, and then it became a bigger garden. And then fast forward and you find that you've come to deeply believe in the importance and the value of eating fresh local produce. Or maybe you started walking to get healthy, and then walking turned into running, and it turned into a 5K, and it turned into a run club. And now you find yourself working and advocating for children to help them discover the value of physical fitness. Or maybe you joined a common table some years ago, and you find today that you are more deeply connected to God and to your faith than you were before. I've seen this play out over and over in my life and people around me, in church settings, in secular settings, in business, people who take action and then they feel something following that action that they like, and soon after find a new level of commitment to that thing. I think it's part of the human condition. I think belief many times follows action. Jesus' story is a story of action, right? It's the story of actions he took while he was on earth, actions of healing and of mercy, of sacrifice and of redemption, and he asks us for action. Jesus said, follow me. He doesn't say ponder me or think about me or consider me. He says, feed the hungry and clothe the naked and care for the widow and love your enemy. That's different from offer sympathy or think about their plight. He says, do, act, move. Maybe that's because God knows that our hearts will follow our feet. Our commitment will follow our activity. Our baptismal promises are promises of action. We promise to nurture, to surround with love, to pray, to participate in the ministries of the church as we did this morning. It's in taking these actions that God binds us closer. Our hearts follow our feet. Our commitment increases as our actions increase. So it's in this context that I think about generosity personally. Giving for me is an action that increases my commitment. It increases my closeness to God, just as singing in the choir when I have that opportunity creates in me a closeness to others in the faith, just as serving at a church work day reminds me of the enormous blessings that we have here on our campus, just as attending a men's retreat with the men of St. Francis results in deepening my faith. Generosity is an action that opens my heart and ultimately binds me closer to God. So while I speak this morning on behalf of the generosity team with an interest in helping secure financial support for the fiscal year to come, I also sincerely hope for each of you that you'll consider how the action of increasing your giving may open your heart to a deeper connection with the God that we all hope will draw us nearer. Thanks.